Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. I am so thrilled to have you here today. If you've ever felt like banking fine print is literally written in another language, believe me, you are not alone. My goal today is to take those incredibly dense fee schedules and complex account rules, demystify them, and transform them into an empowering, actionable playbook just for you. Today, we are going to turn the tables on banking fees. Think back for just a second. When was the last time you opened up your banking app or looked at a monthly statement and bam, you were hit with a charge you totally didn't see coming? It's a completely universal frustration, isn't it? Whether it's just a minor maintenance charge or a massive penalty, it always stings, mostly because it feels like your hard-earned money is just vanishing into thin air. Okay, let's dive right into this. $36. That is not just some random number. That is Huntington Bank's exact published fee for a single overdraft or a returned item on a business checking account. If a transaction goes through when you're a little short on funds, or if they have to return an item, boom, $36 gone. And if multiple items hit on the exact same day, yeah, you can start to see how this establishes some very real financial stakes. And that brings us to our main focus for today's explainer. We're putting Huntington Bank under the microscope. We're going to look really closely at their actual fee schedules, their account structures, and most importantly, we're going to analyze exactly how you can navigate their whole ecosystem to just avoid these penalties altogether. Because the truth is, the bank actually gives you the tools to dodge these fees. You really just need to know where to look. So here's our quick roadmap for today. First up, the cost of everyday banking. Second, mastering total relationship balances. Third, comparing premium personal checking. And finally, business banking and moving money.
All right, part one, the cost of everyday banking.
Let's jump right in. These everyday fees, like that $36 overdraft or a $45 outgoing domestic wire transfer, man, they add up so incredibly fast. There's even an extended overdraft fee of $25 if your account is overdrawn for 5 consecutive business days, and that keeps hitting every 5th day. Need a stop payment but you don't do it through online banking? That'll be $31. But okay, don't panic because the bank actually has a built-in cheat code to waive a lot of standard maintenance fees, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works. Let's move to part 2 and see how this builds. Mastering total relationship balances. Okay, let's translate this bank jargon into plain English, right? Why does this actually matter? Well, the total relationship balance is this incredibly powerful mechanism because it means your money doesn't have to just live in one single place to help you hit minimum requirements. It looks at your entire financial footprint at the bank. It literally combines the balances across your linked checking, savings, and even investment accounts to hit one single overall threshold. It's essentially making all of your money join forces and work together as a team. So, what exactly gets to play on this team? It's a surprisingly broad roster. We're talking checking, money market, and savings accounts, even your certificates of deposit, or CDs. On the business side, it actually factors in the outstanding principal on qualifying commercial loans, and crucially, your brokerage and advisory accounts. Now, here's a vital pro tip straight from the fine print. For regular deposit accounts, they generally use your average daily balance over the statement cycle. But for things like CDs or loans, they look at the balance right at the close of business the day before your statement drops. You definitely want to know exactly how they're counting your money.
Moving right along to part 3, comparing premium personal checking.
Now, what's really interesting here is the huge contrast in the barriers to entry. On the one hand, you've got Platinum Perks Checking, which asks for a pretty accessible $25,000 total relationship balance to waive that monthly fee. But then there's the elite tier, Smart Invest Checking. This one requires a much steeper $100,000 balance, and you absolutely must have an active managed investment account with their financial advisors. It's a high bar, for sure, but let's see what you actually get for jumping over it. If you actually hit that 100K tier and have the managed account, Smart Invest basically makes your consumer banking totally friction-free. I mean, they completely eliminate all the standard account fees. No monthly maintenance fees at all. No overdrive fees. No wire or money movement fees whatsoever. Plus, if you like to self-direct some of your investments on the side, you get unlimited commission-free online equity and ETF trades. It's literally a VIP pass that entirely removes the nickel and diming from your banking experience. And honestly, the perks go way beyond just waiving checking fees. They actively save you serious money when you borrow. Check this out. If you meet these relationship tiers, you can unlock rate discounts on a home equity line of credit anywhere from 0.15% to 0.75%. Plus, they completely waive the annual fee. Getting a mortgage, you can get up to 0.5% knocked off portfolio loans. Think about how much interest that saves you over a 30-year span. And even if you're quote-unquote only in the Platinum Perks tier, you're still getting 100 commission-free online equity or ETF trades per year. It just brilliantly shows why treating your bank like one unified ecosystem really pays off. Okay, I want to pause right here for a massive insider secret, especially for the entrepreneurs watching this explainer. Usually, Huntington's business checking hits you with a $40 monthly maintenance fee. But, and this is a huge but, the fine print reveals that if the business owner simply maintains a personal Platinum Perks or Smart Invest checking account, that $40 business checking fee is automatically waived. Automatically. That is nearly $500 a year staying right in your pocket, just by properly linking your personal and professional financial lives. All right, our final stretch, Part 4, Business Banking and Moving Money. And this brilliantly illustrates a super critical logistical rule for any business owner doing ACH direct transmissions. There is a strict, hard cutoff for same-day ACH processing, exactly 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time. If you submit your payroll or your vendor payments at 2:44 p.m., you're golden. It processes today. But if you hit send at 2:46 p.m., it is pushed entirely to the next banking day. In the business world, missing that window by literally 2 minutes can mean missing payroll. So burning this 2:45 p.m. timeline into your brain is an absolute necessity. Now, what happens if your business is booming, growing fast, and you suddenly exceed your historically calculated ACH exposure limits? Well, the bank's protocol is fast and strict. Step 1, your ACH batches are entirely suspended from processing, just stopped cold. Step 2, your relationship manager reaches out to you. And Step 3, you have to undergo a full review with your banker to get things unfrozen. It's an absolutely crucial security measure for the bank, but as an operator, you've got to anticipate those ACH needs so you don't accidentally trigger a total suspension on, say, a critical payment day. Because of all those strict rules, the bank's documentation basically begs you to build a daily operational habit. Logging into business online every single day to monitor your ACH returns and notifications of change. Returns from that early morning window are right there at the start of the business day. If you aren't checking this daily, you are basically flying blind on your transaction flows, which is exactly how you end up with those suspended batches we just talked about. Wow, we have covered a ton of ground today, right? From the sting of a $36 overdraft fee to the game-changing power of the total relationship balance. So I want to leave you with this one final thought. Is your money working together, or is it just sitting there in isolated accounts, slowly bleeding fees and missing out on opportunities? I highly encourage you to take just 15 minutes this week, check your own fine print, and make absolutely sure your accounts are fully optimized to serve you, not the other way around. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer today, and as always, stay curious.